Welcome to AP Chemistry. My name is Mr. Darcy. Many of you know me. On the first page in the upper left is my name and my email about the course. This description is taken right from AP Central, so please read it carefully. It talks about a framework. Framework is basically a curriculum. The table below lists the 9 units, and we will go in this order, 1 through 9. The first unit is atomic structure and properties. Very much like last year with chapters 4, 5, and 6. We talk about electrons, we talk about atomic theory, atomic structure, quantum mechanics, the periodic table, ionization, energies, etc. So it'll be very familiar to you. It'll be a nice way to start the course. Then Unit 2 is molecular and ionic compound structure and properties. Bonding, Chapter 7 and 8 from last year. Intermolecular forces and properties. Chemical reactions, kinetics, thermodynamics, equilibrium, acids and bases, and applications of thermodynamics. So if you're taking this course as an 11th grader, it'll be fairly easy because the chemistry will be more fresh, and some of the physics that is in the AP Chemistry will be complemented in the curriculum for high school physics. Page 2 of the syllabus lists links, important links, and there's a table there. The solution manual for the textbook, Chemistry 2E, by OpenStax. The AP Chemistry course and exam description, that's right from AP Central. Very important document to be familiar with. YouTube video playlist for reviewing some of the more challenging concepts. Google Classroom, that's where all of your assignments will be. PowerPoints from the textbook, Chemistry 2E, OpenStax. We will be viewing those. I strongly suggest everyone view them before we view them as a class. Instructional hours per topic calendar, 2021, 2022, many links there. Important document for pacing efforts. The textbook is called Chemistry 2E, and it's from OpenStax. It's a free textbook. I used the OpenStax Physics 2 last year for the AP Physics 2. It's a very good textbook. A lot of ancillaries. Math handbook for reviewing scientific notation, significant figures, dimensional analysis. Khan Academy for AP Chemistry also will help you with the more rigorous concepts. A convenient set of textbook ancillaries that are complementary to the textbook Chemistry 2E by OpenStax. The assessment. Students' learning is assessed on an ongoing basis during class discussion, assignments in and out of class, laboratory work, and authentic projects, and through quizzes and tests. All students are expected to start all work as early as possible. Efforts to turn work in early will always be rewarded. Classwork is assessed and will be due 2 class days prior to the scheduled test. Classwork is not collected, but each student is interviewed relative to the classwork due. If a student scores 90% or better on the corresponding test, they will receive full marks for all assignments. Outlines. The first assignment that all students should begin, even before instruction begins on a topic, is the chapter outline. The student reads the chapter and takes notes on what they have read. The outline can only contain information on what the student has read. It should also contain lecture notes. The outline may be used by the student when they take their test. But remember, only textbook material and lecture notes may be on the outline. Additional information. The text for the course is Chemistry 2E by OpenStax, and there's a link to the book next to that. I would strongly suggest getting an account, get a login, password, etc. And is electronically available. We will also be using supplemental texts, and students will also make use of online resources and applications. And there's a link to the student online applications for the Chemistry 2E by OpenStax. Class documents and assignments will be put on Google Classroom. Students should check Google Classroom regularly for assignments and updates. Students should also use the posted material to review what they have learned. Students should bring a notebook, pen or pencil, a TI-84 graphing calculator, and their laptops to class each day. The next page, the third page of the syllabus, is going to be something that says about AP Central. Very important. All students in all AP courses should read this very carefully. All students are required to maintain an up-to-date account on AP Central, register for each class on AP Central, and complete all required assignments set by their teachers in a timely manner, including all progress checks, videos watched, and any additional quizzes set by the teacher. Now in the table below, what is listed is each of the 9 units, plus the mock exam, the corresponding chapters, and the dates for each unit test. And you can see everything is pre-planned. It really has to be because the nature of the pacing of the course. It's very important to pace the course properly. So the Unit 1 tests will be on September 2nd, etc. And then the mock exam will go right up a week before the exams begin, and that'll be on April 28th. Big ideas. The big ideas is very important for understanding the glue that holds this whole process together. You have 4 big ideas, and I want you to read this. I'm not going to read it all to you. Scale, proportion, quantity, structure, properties, transformations, and energy. And I want you to read those carefully. And then the 9 units. Here are the big ideas that exist in each of the 9 units. So the first unit has scale, proportion and quantity, and structure and properties. And then you have something like kinetics, which you would expect, transformation and energy. And then, and this is going to be very important when we talk about pacing and the instructional hours that I will document. The exam weight, for instance, let's look at Unit 1. Unit 1 is 7 to 9% of the exam by weights, and their 45-minute periods is what the syllabus, their syllabus, AP Central syllabus would say, and that converts to 1-hour periods. What we do is 7 to 8 periods, and I schedule 10 periods. So I certainly schedule enough periods in order to accomplish the tasks that are set by AP. Okay, so that finishes the syllabus portion. And the next thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at the Google Classroom document for the first unit. This is the Google Classroom Unit 1 document for atomic structure and properties. It should be very familiar to you. This is page 1, same as the last 2 years. Big ideas, essential questions, standards assessed, etc. Now, page 2, you have from the AP Central, you have unit at a glance. Now, there are 8 sections. Let's look at the first section. Moles and molar mass. And it gives a little bit of an idea of suggested skill for that. Just keep that in mind. Section 1, moles and molar mass. And then it has 8 total sections. Now the next page, it says essential knowledge. And that's what you're actually going to be learning or reviewing from having learned it in chemistry. So Unit 1, moles and molar mass, there are 3 bullet points. One cannot count particles directly while performing laboratory work. Thus, there must be a connection between the masses of substances reacting and the actual number of particles undergoing chemical change. So, you'll read through this and you'll see that you have actually learned a lot of this already. And then you'll notice boxes within the text. And those boxes are important to read because that's telling you kind of what to avoid. Those things are not being tested. And this goes on for a few pages, and then we get to AP chemistry assignments. Now, Unit 1 is chapters 2 and 6. You have to read read each chapter, outline each chapter, do the odd problems, and look at the PowerPoints for each chapter. That's really it. You have to also go through a checklist that I'll describe in a moment. We also have videos that you can review when you're starting with material that you've already learned, but you may want to review it before we go into the AP chemistry nature of it. So, let's go back. Page 1 is going to be the big ideas, essential questions. Page 2, we're going to look at unit at a glance. There are 8 sections. And page 3 is going to be the essential knowledge. That goes on for page 4 and 5. And now on page 5, we're looking at the chemistry assignments. You want to read that over. Remember, construct your outlines. 2, do the problems, the odd problems. 3, you want to do your checklists. I'll explain that in a moment. And then you also have to view your PowerPoints. Okay. Now, if you look at page 6, here are your checklists, where you have 2 progress checks for Unit 1, free response questions, and multiple choice questions. And then you have 15 videos, short videos, for the sections. For instance, you'll have 2 videos for section 1, 2 for section 2, 3 for section 3, etc. And then on the next page, page 7, here are the book problem solutions for chapters 2 and 6. Beneath that are your PowerPoints that you have to view, and beneath that you can access the text if you want to do everything online. So chapter 2 is atoms, molecules, and ions. That should sound familiar. And chapter 6, electronic structure and periodic properties of the elements. And that concludes this section of the video describing the Google Classroom. Here is the AP Chemistry hours per topic calendar. Again, pacing is going to become very important. And you can see the hour count. So I have 10 hours for the first unit. And you'll see a zillion links for a variety of things. Khan Academy, the ancillaries, everything. Everything is here, and you just have to simply access. This document, I think, is one of the more important documents you'll have in the course. It kind of keeps you organized. And you'll have 5 tabs. Each of my classes has a separate tab. You would hit the AP Chemistry tab. And then on the 5th tab is going to be the list of tests per unit. Yours would be the first set of columns, and you'll have there your 9 units, and then the mock exam is the last, and that's on April 28th, and then AP exam starts the following week. So a very important, these are hard dates. I'm not going to change these dates unless something happens with the pandemic. So we have to stay on task. Very important for this year. And if we stay on task, you will be very successful. And here is the AP syllabus, the AP Central course description for the exam, and it goes through each section, each unit, and you should read through that. Very important document. And here is another list of each chapter in the book that you can access electronically to look at the book online, and then the PowerPoints for each chapter is listed here. Again, those are all links. And then the solution manual for every section in each chapter. For instance, the first unit is chapter 2 and 6, and you can access all of those solutions. Welcome back. I'm very excited to be teaching AP Chemistry. We're going to have a great year, and if you stay on top of things, you'll do very, very well this year. Good luck. I hope you had a great summer. Looking forward to seeing you, and take care. Bye-bye.